put everything into NFTs. It's my understanding that they're really taking off.
And I just say on the NFT thing, I want to say I think the PKA podcast came together and the three of us agreed with our limited bit of knowledge that the NFT thing was either A, above our heads and maybe a good idea, or most likely B, just silly and a big ripoff from people who are like, hey, remember Bitcoin? We got a new thing that's just like it. Give us all your money. And so far, that's what I've seen, except it's less secure because I keep seeing people having their NFTs stolen. And I keep seeing like fake transactions and fraud and scams. And then, of course, you saw the guy who bought the NFT of the first tweet for I don't remember how many hundreds of thousands of dollars.
700,000 maybe?
Yeah, enough to buy a small house these days.
Oh my God, houses now.
I think it might have been in the millions. Something absurd. Yeah.
He lost it all though. But
no, what did it list for? Go on, hit him with the.
Was it 2 point?
Zach, can you help us?
2.1
No,
million?
he listed it, and the highest bid he got was $200.
That's what
What a dumbass.
At home, fucking.
Wow, retard of the week award.
Zach, is this Jack Dorsey's first tweet we're talking about?
Yes.
Elon?
Yeah.
It'll take him a second, but Zach will find out what the figures are. I'm curious too.
Dude, losing $2 million on a picture of a stoned monkey. I've never struggled with suicidal ideation ever. But I can't imagine how that would feel, realizing you've destroyed your life for a picture of a monkey.
Get the numbers out here. Jack Dorsey's first tweet went for $2.9 million, and he tried to resell it and got $277.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
But
he lost almost $2.9 million.
If you lose it all and you're left with a stone monkey picture, you at least have the stone monkey picture. But this guy has a fucking screen cap of a tweet, which is more
is it even a good tweet?
Can he write that off as a loss?
Yeah, try explaining that the way that the IRS
loss carry forwards. You can you write it off as a loss, but then it used to be $3,000 a year towards future earnings you could take off. I hope it's higher now, but at 2.9 million, you're covered for life.
That's what I was getting.
Can you imagine
maybe for a man in his position, let's say it's $350,000 a year, for a man in his position, he's deal. Maybe it was just planned the whole time.
No, the implication I'm getting from you is that he can claim it against ordinary income. I think you have to claim it against investment gains that he makes in the future.
Isn't he a professional investor or something?
I don't know anything about him.
Sound like a good
I don't think that was his last $2 million. Just to be clear,
I hope not. $3 million, by the way, but yeah.
Even so, if I was worth $10 billion. That would be really embarrassing to lose $2 million publicly.
Okay.
If I put myself out there as a finance guy, if I was one of those retard tier Dan Bilzerian billionaires who don't really know how they get the money, you could be he lost $2 million. He's always I don't know anything about that guy. I just picked an example. But if Warren Buffett lost $2 million on an NFT, that would damage Berkshire Hathaway. People will be
never happen. He wants to buy Bitcoin. He wants to short Bitcoin. He's if there was a way to short Bitcoin 10 years, I'm pretty confident everyone who has it now is going to be left holding the bag. And I'm pretty confident that Warren Buffett will be dead.
Safe estimate when you're 102.
I would like to short Warren Buffett's life.
I'll give it a 6 month on the over under.
Did you see that his next door neighbor's house went up for sale and people were scrambling to buy it way over market value because they're I might run into Warren Buffett at the fucking mailbox. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
as if he gets his own mail and mows his own grass. Hell no, that guy's
he's one of those fake billionaire a pretend man of the people where he's I live in the same Omaha house I did in 1950s. I'm a normal guy. I wear Dockers and I drive a Lincoln and I paid $85 million to get my congressman of choice elected in Vermont. I'm just a normal guy like you, donating hundreds of millions to people who will give me advantageous tax policies. But I like barbecue and I drive a Lincoln. It's who's falling for this? Seriously? You think he doesn't have a white marble underground layer under there? His own little shit.
Is there any evidence for any of this, Taylor?
No.
Take it on face value.
Did he really buy it?
Do you need a source? I made it up.
He's always advocating for higher taxes. He seems to live in that house or he stopped. He's not passing on his wealth to his children. He has a weird relationship with money, I think.
I was
not passing his wealth on.
No, he thinks that it's not good parenting. Now he's going to pass some on. They're going to be like multimillionaires, but he's one of the wealthiest men to have ever lived.
Can I tell you how upsetting that would be for me?
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I would fucking gut knife him there.
like
fucking Tyrion Lannister shot in the belly on the shitter.
Yeah, I would crossbow him at the lawyer's office when he was trying to get me to sign the paperwork.
Like my dad has talked to me about like what he wants done when he passes away and stuff, and like the idea of like, well, we'll only leave you so much. It's like his idea is like, I just want to make sure I leave you as much as I can. And I'm like, Dad, I don't want to have this talk. You should use your money and enjoy the rest of your life. And he's just like, oh no, you're going to be surprised. Anyway, we talked about Ice Poseidon a good bit. And I sent Taylor and Woody this little audio clip.
Were you or someone you love affected by Ice Poseidon's crypto pump and dump, pull the rug out money scheme? If so, call Cliff Hutchinson and Law, the Law Dog, 1-800-LAW-DOG.
1-800-LAW-DOG.
I was sitting here after the show and I was just imagining like the class action lawsuit against Ice Poseidon, headed up, of course, by the head honcho himself, Cliff Hutchinson. Noted video game attorney and class action lawsuit.
I mean, we're in the middle of litigation. I'm not at liberty to discuss anything. But
will you be bringing any of the other nefarious characters in the Ice Poseidon coterie?
Well, the goal, we're going for the death penalty.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to talk about some of the witnesses that you were going to call, some character witnesses perhaps that might know Ice and called forth.
Yeah, I was going to call all his gang.
Do you want to talk about Superman or the Donald Trump trading cards that he released?
I have that right under Superman.
I have that written down too. We can do the NFT thing.
I have a link there already for the Donald Trump, all the cards there in that link, that Reddit link.
I choose to believe that you wrote down the link in your paper book.
http://
at the end, XY capital P1.
Like the oldest of old person, you know, when you ever had a person he starts off with the HTTP shit. First of all, I don't even know what that means, but I know I don't
transfer protocol.
Yeah, idiot.
Thank you. It's almost like you had a career to help you out.
So this is like, I'm going to go out on a limb and say far and away the most offensive thing he's ever done.
All right, so let's lay out what this is before we go any further. So Trump tweeted out yesterday, like the picture on the right, and he was like, "Big announcement coming tomorrow, like the hero America needs," or some shit like that. It was very similar to the one on the right. He was actually in front of Trump Tower, if I remember correctly, not in front of this American flag nonsense. And it wasn't exactly that one either. But yeah, he's selling these trading cards, $100. I think there might be 100 of them. You can read there. I'm not going to our fuse. But I thought he was going to have a campaign announcement. You know what this means? You know what this is indicative of? He just quit. What? He just quit, and definitely he just quit.
Really?
He just quit. He just quit trying to be president and went full fleece. He is not going to be president. He is going to half-heartedly run. It's over. Like this is it. Like this.
I think you're right. Like this is the last. Like what do you do after an NFT?
Look, I hate to pick on my
okay,
man.
some of these are pretty funny. that one on the left is genuinely a funny.
I like the middle one.
The amount of work on the chin in all of them is hilarious.
The chin. Look at his hands. Look at his hands.
Well, but the only part of these that are him is the face. Like it's not his hands; it's some guy standing.
It's not only his hands; it's his hands photoshopped to be bigger. It is.
Do you think they went through that much effort? I think they just put his head on some guy in a stock photo.
Look how long the arms would have to be. He'd be a UFC fighter. He's built like John Jones. Man, this is upsetting.
This is brutal.
He just quit. And this is the work. This is awful. This is so embarrassing.
I didn't realize they were NFTs. I thought they were just digital trading cards.
I think it's worse than that. I thought they're not even physical. I can't even get a little card.
They're digital. No. Yeah. This is an investment, Kyle.
I want to play it.
The Trump NFTs are going to skyrocket. Then you just don't understand NFTs. Old
don't
man.
look at any other NFTs.
How many are there?
Don't look at the NFT market in general.
I thought
don't pay attention that people have known it's dead for a year now. Like
but the thing with NFTs
Trump is going to make NFTs
they
great
only
again.
only have value because other people want them, and these things are just so fucking retarded that people will want them.
this
but
is so
like
bad.
it's the same problem of every NFT
This
thing
is
where like
so bad.
it's just like a tulip bag holder thing. Like
Yeah.
we are enjoying the funny photos for free right now. Like
Yeah.
the guy who paid $100,000. Go back to the other pictures, like the funnier one where he's in the cowboy thing and the space thing. Like we're enjoying it for free right now, laughing at his.
I mean, I put a link there with all of them.
No one's getting more enjoyment by buying this trash. Maybe
You
they
guys
are, I
are
don't
so wrong. A fool and his money are soon parted. You're looking at the guy who used to have.
Oh, they removed
$99.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they removed it. Oh, I see.
The
Oh,
thing
you
is,
wrote it was
for
broken.
$99 though, I
That's crazy.
how do you buy these? If there's 100 of these,
Hey,
how many is there? Is there 100?
So like there are 100.
it
And
says
to
you
your
can buy
point,
hundreds.
Woody.
I would
like,
buy one of these.
No, to your point about like here they are. Like I had a link to all of them, like every single one of them on Reddit, and it got removed. They got taken down. Like it since I put the link in there for like our use earlier,
Really?
whenever it was. Like yeah, that's fucking lame.
I mean, you can look at people's NFTs. You just can't claim ownership, right? Is that the fake rule for this? Dumb
I'll be
shit?
honest. I don't fucking know. It's man, that is so lame.
This is the most embarrassing thing he's ever done.
yeah.
I'm gonna lads. I'm fucking buying one of these. If there's only 100 of them, I know it's stupid. It's only $99.
No.
The fuck knows what it's gonna be worth.
Wait, they're $99 and there's 100 total. Is that
No,
the case?
there's no way.
If there's 100 total,
No, there's
not
100.
total,
There's a
right?
variety pack. This is like
okay.
Pokemon cards, dude. There ain't no
oh, so you
limit.
can buy. There's like unlimited supply of them.
Yeah,
you get for
yeah.
$99?
Oh, well,
You
not
get
fucking.
one,
No,
or do
man,
you
if
get
there's
all
unlimited
100?
supply of them, then
I thought they were 99
99
cents each. I completely misunderstood. When I saw this, I just didn't care anymore. I just thought it was so fucking lame that he was doing it at all. And the pictures are so silly. The astronaut one looks like Joe Biden, by the way.
This
Like,
is the coolest thing he's ever done.
No,
This
the coolest thing he ever did was. Oh man, it's hard to narrow down.
all the cool things he's done.
All those nicknames,
He's
the good
born
ones
in
before he was
Korea. That was cool.
to Sanctimonious, all that trash.
Yeah,
he went to North
45,000.
Korea.
When he that tweet he did about Kim Jong-un, where he was like, Kim Jong-un's out here calling me fat when I would never call him short. Never. I would never call him a short fat man. Like that, he tweeted that about Kim Jong-un, about an erratic world
That was
leader.
like-
That was funny.
That was like his favorite type of insult, though. Would just be like, "Look, I'm not saying that Taylor's a fuckwit, but some people are saying it."
I would never call him. I'd never call him a rapist. You'd be hard pressed to get me to call him a rapist. He's not a rapist, as far. I mean, I could never say.
Oh, wait, leave this
There are a
up
lot
for
of
a
people
second.
saying it.
Everyone's saying it. People are talking about it.
How much is that ticket?
How many Trump trading cards do you want?
45.
What a funny way to frame that.
I can't figure out the price.
If I buy 45. All right, so put it in your cart. Check out.
No, it says buy now with crypto. How do you buy with
Fucking
money?
do it.
Can you buy with money?
It's not a website.
I know
Carl,
it's a picture, but I'm sure you derived it from a link. So like, go.
I don't know. What kind of crypto can you buy? I might have an update.
I don't want you to
Let's do it.
Dude,
This
Slash,
is
I
my-
would
this is
love
my
if you bought a
answer.
Trump NFT on the show.
I'm fucking keen. I am fucking keen. How do I get one?
Guys, let's all throw him some support. Let's
He needs it.
let's all
Yeah,
fund
you
him.
have
Yeah,
like
go
lots
and
of prayers.
I'll only buy it if I can
go
get a
and
good
use
one.
your fucking what is it? Your Amazon Primes. Go and use your Twitch Primes on my Twitch channel so I can afford a Trump NFT.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is brutal. This is embarrassing. And Kyle is 1 billion% on the money that this is it. Like he's no longer
You
like
think he's not a
serious.
serious presidential candidate? You think he's just a
No.
grifter?
I think he is like all in leaning for cashola at this point. Like I bet he doesn't even want to be president again. It's possible. You know, because they said that about him the first time, you know, where they're
This is like
he's a
such a-
75-year-old billionaire who can do whatever he wants. Why would he want to be president?
See, the
maybe
problem
he
with this,
finally agrees with that.
if this isn't glaring to somebody out there, the problem I see with this is there was clearly a lot of time and effort and thought put into this place, into this nonsense. And he's tweeting about it and he's hyping it up. And so it's something on his mind. And this shouldn't be anywhere near his mind because he should be trying to become the president of the world again. Like that should be what he's working on. He should be looking forward to a year and a half from now, right? When he's a year from now, when he's going to start fighting to be the president of the world again. Not selling trading cards on your made up social media site.
You know what actually could make this cool is if there was like text on it where it's like when Spaceman Donald Trump enters the battlefield, add 2 mana.
Yeah.
Like if we could play Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, if we could play Trump and it was like this basketball playing Trump, this cowboy Trump, he has trample. This is
well, you guys are
Trump.
dogging on these like the concept of selling digital trading cards.
That one is just him with a hat on.
I'm trying to figure out which one I want.
Hey, what's that good? What's this pixelized money? How about when he had like a pixelized head?
I don't know what Ethereum.
Those are probably cheap,
but like that's real cheap. That's real cheap. Like
0.09 Ethereum. What is an Ethereum?
I think that's like $100.
Ethereum is worth $1,269. There was a way to tell, man.
Oh God, I wish. Well, I'm gonna guess that's $36. 0.090. So that's just what I'm gonna decide. Yeah, these are so embarrassing. So many at $115 each. Fucking.
So you're making money. It's $16.
Wait. Which
can
it's so close to
it. One bigger. It's sort of top left right now. That's not the one.
No, not that one. What was the one
he was pulling his shirt apart? I called it the Clark Kent one.
The Clark Kent one.
This is going to be an impossible page to track because these all look the same.
They're so similar and low effort because they're not him. They're not him. They just stuck his head on the same suit over and over.
Yeah.
Let's see that one.
That's the Clark Kent one, I think.
That's the money one. That's $121.
Why are his hands black?
Because he's wearing gloves.
He's wearing gloves.
Why do his gloves look like flesh?
Put his head on a black guy.
Because he's got fucking reverse revitiligo. Like
wait. So there's offers.
Jackson, bro.
$66 from an hour ago. This isn't a lot of offers.
Are these people really already selling at 9% and 12% below original price? Okay, so it's if I look, maybe I'm reading this incorrectly.
Shit's on sale.
Yeah, shit's on sale from individuals. You can go up there and buy it from Trump, it looks like to me, or you can buy from one of these people who want out.
Well, they
people
probably
were in it for the memes and they're like this.
That's it, like open sea shit. Like people just put that stuff up on there to see if they can get a sale for it. So they'll just buy this crap and then they're like, "I'll just flip this really quickly."
Zach, click on one of them, just like that one. Click on
this motherfucker.
Yeah,
this motherfucker's trying to sell his
and scroll down under properties. There's properties. Look at this. There's stats. Background, Texas Ranch, 0.55% have this trait. Character, hunter, 2%. That means 1 in 50 of these, he's a fucking hunter. Face, smile, a little over a third. He's smile. Like this is insane. Are you meant to collect these like Pokemon cards? Like, I almost have all the smiles.
Scroll back up.
Fucking like.
I'm curious about something else. All the way to the top of the page, I think all the way to the top, like the very top, very very top.
He looks like Putin.
Really?
Very top.
Oh, maybe go back then, because I thought it said like how many total. Yeah, there we go. Like 10,000 owners, 33% unique owners. Don't know what that means.
Does that mean?
That
only a third of them only own one.
Does that mean that 67% belongs to Trump and that 33% are have been purchased? That's how I view that.
I have no idea. Total volume 133 Ethereum. That doesn't seem like much.
No idea what I'm looking at. I don't care anymore. But this is just so pathetic. This is so pathetic. And look, if you were going to do this,
Trump one,
it's not even this done well.
Fucking suit.
If we here were gonna make some fucking NFTs, they'd look better than this. I swear to God, they would. Like we wouldn't have done so many. We'd have made 3 that look good instead of 100 that look like shit. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's the move. Make one that looks good.
I do like that auto generation shit. So it's just like randomized. So same with those fucking.
You can get things. Better art.
They have like randomized fucking bullshit, and then
that's him on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Where is he on Mount Rushmore?
That's pretty funny.
There. Oh, that one's good.
Who did he cut out?
Honestly, if he was going for
fucking FDR go,
if he was going for funny, he should have made himself all for.
Hey, FDR, I heard about this is the new deal, FDR. Get out of here.
Get out of here, Lincoln.
The part of the deal. Yeah, fuck him, man. So lame. Like, that's not even his real face. Like, look, all right, go back to that one. I'm sorry, I just noticed something great. Go back to Mount Rushmore. Look how huge his hands are. It's like he's wearing those Hulk gloves.
It looks like he's like a man, like a plumber,
small hands,
like a 40 years into the career plumber, like gripping and squeezing shit. Like you don't think those are his real hands? Yeah, those look like those are like the size of my grandpa's hands.
They made fun of him about.
You know those aren't his hands; they're gargantuan.
Yeah, he has wink.
He has little hands that have never done any work.
What is this website? Even him and the header up there with those shades on. Like
it's just baffling.
Like, what are you, Neo from the Matrix?
You guys are ripping on him so much.
He is a fucking moron.
Oh my god!
Hey, I've always been one to give him credit when he's funny, and this is the most embarrassing thing he's ever done. This is such a shameless.
Look how poorly done
grip.
they are. Look how poorly done all of them are. Like it is
despicable done.
You could have a guy on Fiverr make these for $200.
Donnie Dullard with his NFT site.
You could get this done for $200 on Fiverr. Like they just stuck his face over and over on the same body. There's like 3 different bodies and 5 different faces, and they just mix and match. Like there's probably you could probably use one of those AI art programs and be like, make a Donald Trump NFT, cowboy hat, superhero, American flag.
We did that. A few of my friends did that when that fucking AI shit came out. We just made like heaps of fucking hilarious AI things of Donald Trump. And one of my friends, he's not a conspiracy theorist guy, but he's like he loves watching that shit just for entertainment while he's high. And like most of them were just like Donald Trump fucking aliens and shit like that, just for like see what the AI would pop out. And they do make some pretty fucking hilarious shit. Like it's
which one do you use? Is it free?
I think this one was the what's it fucking
Open AI
Mid Journey. We're using Mid Journey because it makes some pretty funny shit. But yeah, you can make the most fucked up things on it. It's great.
Yeah.
Have you been wearing the robe all show? Or did you come back with the robe?
No, I've been wearing the robe the whole time.
That's pretty Hugh Hefner of you.
I mean, I decided there's a new type of guy. I want to be a guy who wears a robe. So I thought about getting a pipe also.
Corn cob, I hope.
I've tried pipes before. They don't taste good, and you get little bits of the tobacco in your mouth. I don't like it. But robes, whew. Like the real thing is there has been a wrapped robe in this. Like this office has like some storage stuff in it, and this I got for Christmas 2019, and it was still wrapped up, and it looks so soft and nice. I just walked in today and was like, I've been looking at that for so long. Just be a robe man, like pull the trigger on it. And so I did, and I'm loving it so far.
No looking back.
It's comfortable. What?
No looking back.
There's no looking back. When you're a robe man, I can't wait until like I'm just going to have it hanging outside my shower now. When I finish showering, no underwear, no pajama pants, no t-shirt, robe. And then I go on my morning jog through the neighborhood.
The least believable part of all of that
is the jog. Yeah. All right. Fine. Well, then I go get my mail with the tie undone. Whatever is believable.
Well, you know.
Yeah, no, robes are great. You should definitely invest in robes. And that is investment advice. To invest in robes because they're soft.
Yeah, they only appreciate and value used robes.
The used robe market. Look at this economy; it's going gangbusters. Everybody, it's like all the idiots are in crypto and NFTs. Used robes,
dude.
I still don't get NFTs, I don't want to ask someone else who comes on again about it because I'm gonna go, oh, okay, and then afterward I'm still not gonna
matters, Taylor. Here's what matters.
It's a scam, right?
You've seen they've got those little pictures of like lions with hats and shit, and they have
ugly apes.
They're worth a lot of money because they're the only ones who can have it, right?
They're mostly like monkeys or like 8-bit,
whatever,
you know, zombies.
But you understand that part, right?
Yeah.
Because only they can use it. right? You understand that as well.
But
I don't understand how that's
no.
Use it, only they own it.
I have cracked that fucking code.
But I've right-clicked all of them.
So, Zach, would you find like a very expensive NFT and show us a picture of it? Maybe like one we know the numeric value for. Like oh, this is a $1 million one, or this is a $2 million one. Could you show us something like that?
Is this a way for rich people to launder money?
Well, like so you think that, but that's just.
I mean, it's literally just taking the art money laundering thing and making the art worse, right?
Okay, perfect. What's the value of black dude with backwards cap?
That can't be 10 million. That can't be true. The hat's not even.
No. He's absolutely right, and it's worth every penny because only the owner can use that. But look, Taylor, I will do a thing for you.
We just used it.
$25. I will draw that for you. It will be an exact copy, and I will give it to you. Only you can use this.
Really?
Only you. Yes.
That's really generous of you. You know what? Make it an even 30.
You know, the standard is 30. So I appreciate you stepping things up. Yep, that was a discount that I was providing to you.
Well, what the fuck? Wait, Kyle, do you actually understand it?
I just explained it to you.
No,
thoroughly.
but like I understand what you just said, that you pay and then you're the only one who's authorized to use an image. But what is the incentive of an individual to ever purchase this from you at that price? Like in the same way, like what's the incentive to buy a piece of art that's sold for $30 million but is shitty?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, Taylor,
you don't get it.
I think it's definitely a scam.
I think it's also a scam. I think that there are a lot of really smart people making NFTs right now.
That was the thing where I draw the pictures because I don't even draw them. I just take the money and block the people.
It is
even take the time. It would be so easy.
Obviously, like not a Ponzi scheme because that involves many layers. Just I don't know, snake oil. So obviously worthless things that you just hope someone else pays more for your worthless thing than you did. Yeah. And the bottom is going to fall out. It's the Denmark tulip market or whatever that was, the Dutch tulips. And everyone who tries to convince you otherwise doesn't have the words to explain why.
Or they're selling NFTs.
Now, I'm willing to accept that maybe I am too, and always, like, I'm willing to accept that I am too stupid to understand the value of this. I saw someone, I was scrolling Reddit, and someone posted a conversation they'd had on Tinder with a woman. And she was like, what do you do for a living? It just says finance, but that's just like saying I'm an accountant. Like, what the fuck do you actually do? And he's like, well, he works for a bank refinancing homes. Like, I guess he's the guy who like does it for him. She's like, see, you're just putting words together right now. Like, what? You look at houses and decide what they're worth? And he's like, what do you do? She's like, I'm a stripper. This is a situation where she's not smart enough to understand the words he's saying. He literally needs to dumb it down and explain it like it's fine, because she doesn't know what the word refinance a home or the phrase refinance a home even means. She doesn't know what refinance means. She doesn't get it. There's
no entry point.
The concept of a mortgage and then refinancing. None of that's ever
mortgage. Very heady
foreign language to her. It just is. And like maybe that's happening here with NFTs. Maybe when someone explains it to me, I'm sitting there like, yeah, you're just saying words right now. Like what? You figure out what pictures cost, and they're sitting there like, this guy's a fucking retard. He's never going to get it. This is why I make millions on NFTs and he doesn't. And he's on EFTs.
It seems like it seems like the people making huge amounts of money are the people selling these and like making them. But
who's the buyers? Who's
going to rebuy
the sellers are fools, Taylor. Don't they know that they were the only ones who could have used that image?
Kyle,
they had them all.
It doesn't make sense. Like Woody, let's say
tell anyone.
Let's say I'm a popular.
Why did the people who invented these things tell anyone? They had them all.
You stole the words out of my mouth. It'd be like
they could have owned the whole industry. Everyone would have been like, you know, the guy who has every NFT? Yeah, he invented them, so he has every one of them. Wow, he was so smart. That didn't happen. This isn't electricity.
It's because until people start buying it, it's just a picture in a folder. And so, yeah, a ton of people are going to be caught holding the bag.
But again,
the same as these these poo coins.
But again, coming full circle, I'm fully willing to accept that I may just be too stupid to understand why they are valuable.
It just seems so dumb. Who's going to buy it? It's not good. Like you just hit the nail on the head 1,000,000%. Kyle, you find all the NFTs, these inherently valuable things, and you have all of them for yourself. Like if I have all the most valuable NFTs and I go, Kyle, I'll sell you this for $100,000. In a few years, it's going to be worth millions. Isn't it kind of suspect that I don't want to keep these hundreds of millions of dollars of ill-gotten gains for myself? It's because I'm scamming you. It's because I am ripping you off. It's because you, if you buy that from me, are the same person who would walk up to a fucking oil cart in 1796 and ask for something to cure their cholera. And then he'd give you an apple core, pureed, and then he'd be in the next town by the time you figured it out, and you'd be like, never again. Like, no, like maybe I'm 100% wrong, but this NFT shit, it stinks. And even when we had a guest on who explained it to us, but he also had explained crypto to us. And when he explained crypto to us, it made sense. This was years ago. Initially, when we asked him about it, I don't recall the guy's name, but he's kind of an expert. And it was like, okay,
too, right?
yeah. Doug Polk, that's who it is. Thank you. But he explained crypto to us, and I remember joking, mostly at the end of the episode, I still don't get it, but it makes sense. This does not make any sense. It does zero sense is to be had in this whole thing. Why are they all zombies and monkeys? There's so many things to make pictures of, and they're every single one I've seen. 80% monkeys, 20% zombies, and that's all I've seen.
Every so often, I see a famous meme sold. I hope I can describe it. The girl's young. She has short blonde hair. She's in the foreground. In the background, there's a house that's on fire. Do you know this meme? Maybe Zach can find it. I saw that NFT sold for some stupid amount of money. I don't know how much. It seemed like it was millions. And I was like, who sold it and why did they have it? I'd like
Can I ask you this, Woody? Here's something I'm not clear on. Where is the NFT registry?
I don't know.
Because and look, this is I'm being honest. I'm not even joking around anymore. For you to tell me
that's the one. Yeah.
Okay, for you to tell me that I can't use the pixelated shitty version of this for my business or for transactions, however the fuck that works. Someone would need to there would need to be a registry somewhere where they had a list of names and pictures of silly shit next to the names. They'd be like, hang on, let me Google. Okay, clown with a dick up its ass. That's Taylor's. All right. Taylor, yes. Did someone use clown with dick up its ass? Yes, they did. They
once again, no.
But wait, you keep saying that other people can't use it. I think they can. Other people can use the images you own. It's not a copyright. It's just a flex that you own the NFT.
What does that mean to own it?
I don't know.
Here's one, Woody. Here's one.
It means we all agree.
Remember that monkey we saw earlier that was $10 million? I own that.
When you own, what it means to own the NFT is that you're walking away with a handful of magic beans, excited for your next adventure.
Bullshit, Taylor. Bullshit. You're walking away with an empty hand, and you're saying, I have magic beans in my hand, and they're saying you have nothing in your hand.
You have a picture of a monkey.
I have beans. I have beans that you can't see, and they're magical, and only I have them.
Yeah, and you can't see. Yeah, you're right.
But it's even dumber than me. All you have to do to anyone who looks at you and says, "I have invisible magic beans," you can just say, "Mine are better." I've got a double fucking handful.
Oh, did you notice my
radioactive magic beans?
My invisible wheelbarrow full of beans? Or this huge convoy? Bring it in, boys! Pretending to have trucks and fucking cargo freight. Yeah.
Look, if you could go into the court of law and you could argue that someone look, ownership implies that someone else can't fucking do stuff with it. That's what ownership means. I own this. You can't fucking come take this from me. If you did, I would call the police and they would come talk to you about it. And because it's only like $85, there'd probably be nothing done. But there'd be an inquiry.
Then because you're a felon, I'll say that you spit on me and they'll take you away. And I will hold back the charges if he lets me get another goddamn hit from his vape.
But you know what I mean? Like you cannot come take something that I own, and you can't trespass in a place that I own. There's all sorts of laws that say so. I don't understand how you can say you own an NFT if I can do whatever the fuck I want with it.
I don't get it either.
If I can
get the pride of having paid for it.
Woody, you own your house. Woody, you own your house. If I come there, you can murder me. You can kill me in your fucking living room because I've intruded.
Right.
I can't sell your house. I can't say, hey, that house over there is mine.
But
give me some money. All right, move on in. Those people, I don't know who they are. Get them out of there.
You could sell a photo of his house.
None of these things work.
Could you sell an NFT of his house?
I could sell photos of your house, just like I can.
Dude, you should. You can make some. I wonder if any idiots would buy them. Sell the NFT to the photos of my house.
Actually, just send
Kyle's
Woody
iPhone.
All you got to do probably is like send Woody a package that's got a Polaroid camera in it and return postage.
New Polaroid for Woody.
Yeah, I have just putting them on a shelf. You don't say anything. You just start stacking them up behind you.
Send it. I'll make a video of the fire.
You're getting all high off the fumes that come from burning a Polaroid camera. God knows what's in there that makes images.
Do you guys think that these NFT things are going to be around for a while, or do you think it'll be I think kind of
the bottom's going to fall out. The people are going to move on to the next scam.
It's a constantly reproducing entity inside the digital system.
I don't know what blockchain is. What does it mean?
Oh, Jesus. Man, that's long. Basically what it is, you create this, we'll call it for very simply, you create an entity digitally, all right? And it's kind of cycled through the system, and it's verified in a million times in a second. You have all these nodes that are kind of looking at it. So it has perfect replication because it can't be changed. Because if he starts it and I change it, you're going to know. It's going to have to match all these nodes at once. So you create like a digital footprint that's permanent. It's called minting. I'm getting to NFTs pretty. I'm studying NFTs in this couple of weeks. Non-fungible tokens. So basically, what that is, you're creating an entity that's digital that has a permanent signature that can't ever be changed or modified. Non-fungible, can't change. So it's like a permanent digital record. And you can stamp things. You can take a picture and stamp it, and it's like an original document. That's a rare document because nothing else has that stamp. Only that stamp exists on that particular digital file.
So those NFTs, I saw something about that.
Yeah,
I saw people not liking it.
The catch on it is two things. One, the amount of energy it takes to do the Bitcoin. All this stuff is very energy intensive. You got people mining it, and you're creating this. It takes electricity to run the internet. So you're really overusing the internet and spending a lot of energy to create these tokens. And again, I'm being very, very rudimentary in my explanation here. And a lot of it too is that people are afraid that it's going to be if somebody gets a hold or is able to, get some type of encryption capability, like if you use AI or something, quantum physics, quantum computing, that can break into the chain, then somebody can basically control everything that's on this internet, on this network, so to speak. So but the risk of that's very, very low right now until we have quantum computing, because that changes the game. Once you have a quantum computer, it changes the game. Because now your computing power is become something else.
Computer. I have a regular PC. I was gonna say like the name of a simple like part, and I realized I don't know any of the names of the parts. I have an NVIDIA graphic.
I think there's only two quantum computers in existence. Google has one, and I think it's the 53 qubit, and that's a pretty powerful machine. Put it this way. It would take the best computer in the world like 10,000 years to do a certain computation. Google's computer can do it in like maybe 2 hours. So you have the world's best supercomputer would take to do it. This is a massive equation. This is for understanding the relationship of electrons to neutrons in the universe, right? It's this massive amount of data. A quantum computer can do it in about 2 hours, where the world's greatest supercomputer takes about, they said it was 10,000 years, and they said, no, it would only take us 3 days, but still, 2 hours, 2 minutes to 3 days is still a huge gap in capability.
Definitely.
I'm heavy into Doge, okay? I do crypto. And here's my theory on this, because you got to think about Elon Musk over a long narrative arc. So, one of the smartest people ever to walk the planet, right? So, and he got me, because I felt for the this impending explosion theory, but I forgot about the old mantra of investment. You invest on the rumor, you sell on the fact, right?
On the news.
And the rumor, going up is flying up. I was in early, and then I saw a bounce from 60 to 65 to 70. So it's going. So I got caught. I went heavy right before the SNL.
Oh, no.
So when you say you're heavy into crypto, you're heavy at 65 into crypto?
Into Doge, you're saying?
Into Doge?
Doge.
Okay. But
65 cents.
Oh, okay. All right, carry on, please.
You're thinking of Bitcoin, which is a certain type of cryptocurrency.
Yeah, and it hit 65 grand. That tricked me up.
Here's what I figured out. Did it on purpose. He had some type of buy, or he probably had a sell set up so that when it maxed out on 72, he probably hit a sell button, and then it all crashed and went back, and he bought. It went down to 21 yesterday, and he bought in back at 21 with the profits he made. That's how these guys think.
I saw someone.
Wait. This is an evidence-free theory that Elon Musk ran up the price to 72, sold it all, and then bought it all back at 21 based on him being a genius walking the earth.
Well,
he owned a high enough.
Wouldn't that a genius do that though? Isn't that something?
If he had a crystal ball.
Well, but I mean, like he owned enough of it, and like I don't know enough about crypto or even investing, but I was reading about it, and it was like, I mean. Like, apparently because they can print Dogecoin, they know who's buying it, or the person who owns it buys it, and someone was like, hey, someone bought $1.5 billion worth of Doge this morning. Who do you think it was?
Yeah,
it's like
LeBron James.
I don't know. If that's true, it's probably Elon Musk. I don't think
anyone I know who does well with big zero, a lot of zeros, 7 and 8 zeros, have the same attitude. I will never buy anything that I do not know who I'm going to sell it to. That is a theory across the board. Investors don't, like most of us. Where I'm a gambler. I don't know anything. But most guys who do invest for real, they know exactly what's going to happen, and there's no risk because they have either controls, and most people I know who have buku cash have inside information. They can kind of they can lay their bed pretty easily.
I can't believe we don't have time to talk about NFTs.
Oh no,
that's right. We don't have any more fantasy talk tonight.
Yeah, and I wish we had an hour for ugly, overpriced.
We already covered fantasy.
Ugly, overpriced cartoons.
See, it's so frustrating to me right now. It's so frustrating because I see the parallels of the iPhone when it came out in 2007.
Right? Tulips.
Don't be a boomer. Don't be a boomer.
I can't help it.
So here's the thing. The problem is your reaction right now is it's because you've been exposed to passionately ignorant people who don't understand the full value proposition.
You're with us.
Take that number and add one.
I don't know how anything works.
This sounds like Gary Vaynerchuk.
It reminds me of people in social media in like 2009 and 2010 who went around peddling views, saying that they were an influencer. It's like, just because you get views doesn't mean you're an influencer, right? One doesn't necessarily mean the other. The ability to convert people, you're
not an influencer until thousands of people are ejaculating more than previously.
I would much rather have a thousand people who are buying dick pills than 1 million people who are watching something and not converting. But like NFTs, some are digital art and everything, but like the value proposition is game changing. It's fucking game changing, and I'm so excited.
The food will tell, and nobody else can have it. And I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. Well,
what do you have? A unicorn with what?
With a poodle tail.
With a poodle tail. Do you bought an NFT?
Yep.
See, everybody's like doing these cash grabs right now with digital art, and it's so frustrating. Like I'll give you a quick kind of like glimpse into my world and what's been going on over the last year or so. It's like NFTs, like when people like try to explain it, like the people who are listening, their eyes will gloss over. Like, Woody, I know you get it from a coding standpoint, right? A non-fungible token is a unique thing, right? But the value proposition goes way deeper than art. It's proof, right? So it can be proof of ownership, like some people are saying with digital art. It can be proof of what I'm looking at is brand loyalty, proof of stake, proof of mining, whatever. There's so many different ways to prove, right? So I'll give you an example from some value propositions. I can mint NFTs to coffee club subscribers. Say somebody's been subscribed to us for 6 months or something like that. Every single month, I mint them a token. Okay, cool. I can unlock digital experiences for them. I can mint them or airdrop them coupon codes that are unique to them. There's so many different things that I almost don't want to get into and kind of like reveal the whole roadmap, but it's the value proposition right now is being bastardized by cash grabs, and it's so frustrating to me.
Yesterday, I bought a jacket and like a insulated hoodie type thing, and I had a 40% off coupon. But I was thinking to myself, this fucking coupon sucks. I wish it was unique to me. The value proposition on a 40% coupon that no one else could use.
Here's the thing.
Why is this good? Why do I care? I haven't heard anything you said that has value.
Okay, check this out. Let's use Black Rifle Coffee as an example. Okay. You've been buying coffee from me for 6 months, and the brands look at things like churn rates. Like, how long is somebody subscribed to me before they drop off? And what am I willing to spend to retain them? Typically, there's a lot of middlemen that kind of take money from you, be it Google, be it these third parties who verify, somewhere in there that these people are purchasing coupon codes, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, if I can tie your wallet to purchasing on, our website after 6 months, instead of giving $200 to all these middlemen, fuck it. Here's $200 I airdrop to you to use in the store. Go ham. Buy a bunch of shit. Thanks, Woody, for being a valuable customer to us. Or maybe I'll take and I'll, unlock certain experiences like avatars and shit like that, or guns or things like that in the new Call of Duty, because I can prove that you've been a valuable customer to me for 2 years, and I will spend more money on retaining you than what you would get from, some type of BS coupon down the road.
But none of that stuff requires NFTs.
Yeah, it sounds like a gift card thing that you could, instead of just going through a middleman, you just do yourself.
This is a Subway coupon, like a Subway frequent flyer card.
No. Because
it's a new way of doing it.
So an NFT being a non-fungible token it's proof, right? So it's non-fungible. Like if I were to give you a coupon, you could go and duplicate that thing or give it out to other people, right?
No, it would be tied to your account. Like the example you gave was, you said, "Hey, you buy from me instead of all these middlemen," and now because you buy from me directly, I'll give you what I would have otherwise paid the middleman and get some loyalty out of you. All right, cool. So that's information that you've tied to my account as I purchased directly off your site.
Sure.
Why are we NFTing? This is just frequent flyer miles with more steps.
Yep.
What's the extra step?
The NFT.
No, you get that automatically.
I mean, you're
not having to purchase.
Found a more complicated solution to an old problem.
But you would get.
But there is a process to making the NFT, correct?
I don't know.
Yeah, Taylor, how did you implement this?
I don't understand how it works.
No, I would just tie this to your account on my store.
Yeah,
right.
Right, but that would make it so it was inclusive to my store. By using certain chains, you'll have interoperability with other ecosystems. And that's where so I'll give another example then. Say PKA has their own store, right? I could take and verify that you've been a a customer of Black Rifle, and then I could give you a deeper discount on PKA or something like that, or I could airdrop people a coupon or reward them however, right? So it's like
a QR code.
No, because you wouldn't have to do anything. It would automatically apply that based off of your behavior.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I don't get it.
I think you're going to need 3 or 4 more hours to
explain to me how my coupon works.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
I am not.
This is it's gonna be so fucking funny in like a year when we have Richard back on, and it's wildly successful. It's like making huge business changes. Like, I told you guys.
I'm interested in it, but I'm just not sold on it. So
yeah. Well, you definitely keep your eyes in the gaming and merchandise kind of world, because the thing right now, the frustrating thing is there's a lot of people out there who are looking for cash grabs, and they're clinging to the digital art thing, and the utility component moving forward, where brands are able to verify brand loyalty, like Nike's, Adidas, and everything else. They're going to provide Kanye, whoever, be it like, hey, you bought 6 sneakers from me, I can verify that you bought them at this point in time. Cool, you're going to get first access to this concert or whatever. There's so many value propositions that
but companies already do that. Like companies, they've done that for decades. So like loyalty programs, and like you can send people checks if you really wanted to. That's really, like, they can spend that money anywhere. The issue that I have with NFTs is that it's not even that the technology or anything. Like I understand the utility of technology. It's great. You can use it. Like it's a different way of approaching of a solution to a problem. The issue is that they are almost entirely pump and dumps. Like it's all it is right now. Like people are they have this, like, I don't know, it's a monkey smoking or something, and it's just a picture, but only one person can own that monkey smoking picture. And
I agree. Those are total cash grabs to a degree. Yeah,
but that's a feature, not a bug. Like that's exactly what it's meant to do, and there's no method of weeding that out other than just saying, hey guys, maybe you shouldn't do this because we can put these into coupons. Like that doesn't seem like a very good argument to me. Like I would love to get into NFTs because there's a lot of ways that creators can use NFTs. Like let's say you made your very first video and you made that into an NFT. I bet you someone would pay money for that NFT, like just an NFT of ownership of your first.
Yeah, maybe we can get into some of this stuff offline, because I don't want to like completely throw everything out on the internet.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
I think the frequent flyer thing is kind of there, but it's a little short-sighted because it's centralized when you're doing it that way.
Yeah, it's not exhaustive. It's not.
You have to do it through Delta to get those Delta frequent flyer. But when you're on, like, say, Ethereum,
it's a frequent flyer miles program, but it's single sign-on ish.
But it's so
you can just send people checks, and
you're verifying a lot of different types of behavior. So if they're supporting you as a creator, that's verifiable. It's verifying or proving behavior, and that specifically with creators is going to go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, I get it. I'm just like I just hate the surround, like everything surrounding
the exploitation.
It so scammy.
Oh, it's total, and it's so frustrating when people are fucking copying the code, like quite literally copying the code of other like programs or products, and then they just change skins here and there. It's
we need to do that and sell the PKA logo with a poodle tail.
Yes, please do.
Make millions. Mm-hmm. Those exploitive fucks. How do they do it? I mean, specifically
how? But where do I find those photos? Which one of those ex-girlfriend porno sites is it on?
If there was an NFT of Kyle being jacked, I mean, that would go for some real money.
I know. I already own it.
I've been saving.
Like ballpark, how many views do you average a month?
Important thing. I own all of Kyle's dick pics.
So I did about 10 million last month.
Okay. And how many subscribers?
About 2 million.
Okay. And then how many? How long have you been doing your channel?
About 5 years.
So, is there any more value to you as a creator to reward those people who have been subscribed to you since year one?
Maybe, but those subscribers also, I mean, it's a revolving door. Whenever you have subscribers, you gain, but then you lose, and then people get, it's not like everybody watches. It's just that some people, they forget they're subscribed to you and they just move on. So
what about people who are active in your community? Like people who have engaged.
Yeah, but there's already things on YouTube. Like there's memberships and stuff for YouTube. Like they have that inbuilt. So like I get everything. I'm granting you every single point you're making. I'm not saying any of this is untrue.
You have to pay for the YouTube component.
Yeah, you do.
But what if you could verify those people who have been actively engaged since year one? Like, would you be willing to spend more time or communicating or rewarding them in any way, shape, or form? Like meeting up with them, being like, "Hey, dude, thanks for fucking showing up every single week for the last 5 years."
The meetup's gonna be a hard pass for me.
No, even if it's like a chat or something like that.
Yeah, I have an NFT of you. Can I come in?
Yeah,
because I feel like you're able to distill down. You're able to distill down those people in the community who actually really care about you and are curating and creating something more than just a passerby who's like, "Oh, cool video, dude."
Yeah, but then we have memberships and Patreons because those people are actually supporting you by giving you money.
Yep.
So
what I like to do is
those people are taking a cut.
I'll have the fan masturbate for me, and if they have a huge voluminous load, I know that they've been with me for a while, and
they can fill one of these up.
That's all it takes.
I'll say this as someone who's definitely, and Kyle could probably contest for this. It's like doing automotive stuff, that's great. Like, but when you do stuff that may not be politically correct, like firearms, when you have a centralized entity like Patreon that says, "Hey, bro, we don't really agree with you doing firearms content."
Oh no, I get that. Yeah,
like
I've done gun
stuff
stuff on my channel. Yeah, it's I know what that's like.
Like taking as many middlemen out and being as in control of your financial and creative destiny, I think that's important.
Cool.
Yep. No, I don't want to be a part of any kind of a fucking scam,
Well, what do you guys think about this? Have you seen the recent NFT craze where people are buying pictures, essentially verifiable art on the blockchain, and it's trading for real money? Have you guys been following this?
No, I still don't understand.
Wow, I can't believe it shows how different our worlds are, because this has been the number one thing I've been hearing about online for just months or at least weeks. It's just every day, all day, my feed is just this. And you guys are just like, what's that? We haven't been hearing about that at all. Have you heard about CryptoPunks is the biggest one?
No, I've never heard of that.
Have you guys? Oh, I'm about to blow your mind.
You gotta blow our minds.
Do you want me to blow your mind, guys?
Treat us like we're three retards. Pretend.
Okay, so let me break this down for you. There are these things called CryptoPunks. They came out years ago. Do you know what an NFT is?
Sure, a non-fungible token is a unit of data stored on a digital ledger called a blockchain that certifies a digital asset to be unique and therefore not interchangeable.
Why are your eyes pointing down?
They can be used to represent items such as photos, videos, audio, or other types of digital files.
Jesus, Woody is very important. Woody, maybe you should lead this conversation.
Oh no, man, no. Doug's funny.
Yeah,
well,
break it down for us.
So basically, these are pieces of artwork. They're pictures essentially stored on the blockchain, and you can verify that you own that picture. Obviously, it does not come with real legal rights. You can't sue people for putting your picture as their profile or whatever. Let me show you this guy. I'll put this in the chat. This bad boy is, I think, the largest one that has been sold to date. It sold for, I think, $8 million.
What?
And
that
what you
picture?
you get to have that picture, yeah. Well, I mean, people could use it too if they want, but you get to, yeah, there you go.
That doesn't. Is this like a way to launder money? Yeah,
I don't know why does everyone say that. The answer is no, but but that response is so common that
it's because people are trained from like the art world where they're like, oh, they bought this bullshit for 10 million, and it's because that's the way they launder money through art. So
I would argue that this picture at 8 million was one of the best investments that anyone has made this year. It is a complete steal. This person is going to make ungodly amounts of money. It was just an amazing play, basically.
Amazing.
Can you explain
sure,
why?
He's making money, but that picture is ordinary.
Sure, it's what it represents. So, okay, let's just say this: artwork is stupid, just in general. So, what gives artwork meaning is what it represents, and these NFTs are one of the first NFTs, and they're the most popular NFTs, and they came out a long time ago. So it's not like someone was trying to capitalize on a current trend. And they've slowly gone up in value from being worth $100 to being worth, this was probably worth, I don't know, 100 million, whatever it is. They've just slowly kind of gone up in value over time organically. And if you own one of these, there's only ever going to be 10,000 of them, and they all have different traits. So some have, so there's aliens. That's the one I showed you is an alien. There's aliens, there's apes, there's zombies, and then there's humans. And basically the traits to sort of define the value, and there's a marketplace and people trade them. There's 10,000 of these in existence. The cheapest one you can possibly buy is $145,000.
And when do you get the money back from this investment? Like, I don't understand that transactional part where you're.
It's like buying a house. You buy a house, you have the house, and you're thinking, well, when do I get my money back? If you sell your house, you own the house.
I can live in a house. What do I do with that cartoon?
It's not even cool.
What you're doing is you're buying something, hoping that someone else wants it even more than you, that someone else will pay more.
Yeah, I think I'm the dumb one in the room, but I have no idea what that cartoon does or what I would do with that cartoon.
I think that there are a lot of people that think this is one of the coolest possible things you could own in cryptocurrency, basically. The one I just showed you. It's probably around the coolest thing you could possibly own.
But to me, what it does is become worth more tomorrow, right? I will buy a plain black pixel if you tell me that I can sell it for a profit tomorrow. That's what they're doing, right?
Not necessarily. Let's say, for example, in general, sure, but let me give you an example, right? Mm-hmm. Elon Musk loves to flex on people. We've seen it plenty. Let's say Elon decides, I want to be involved in NFTs. I love crypto. I've been invested in Bitcoin a while, and I want something that really means something about my involvement in this space that means something to me. Oh, I want to own the best NFT or the most expensive NFT. I'm going to buy this thing for 125 million or whatever if he bought it. Let's just say hypothetically. Mm-hmm. Well, now that thing is never going back on the market ever. That thing is done. Maybe one day when he dies, someone else will. But unless he decides to sell it, if he feels passionate about it, he doesn't have to sell. He has so much money. Who cares, right? And that's why when we see a lot of this artwork that goes up for sale that museums buy, it goes for astronomical numbers, and then it never comes back. It's never available again. No one's getting the Da Vinci back. It's going to stay in the museum until the end of time. They're never going to sell that. They're never going to let it go. So basically, like the point that I'm making is that it's not even necessarily to make money. It could be, and a lot of people do that, but there's a limited number of these. There were only 9 aliens, and this is debatably the coolest alien. If someone like Elon Musk buys this, you will never see that again. You'll never have a chance to own it. It represents something so significant and so scarce. Now, look, I don't own any of these, although I have debated at time. I've been as close as possible without buying one, and now the fad is it's reaching pretty peak levels of euphoria. So it's not the time to jump into things. But if they come back down to earth and I can get a cool picture for $50,000 or something, I might dabble. But basically, I think that these things are going to be worth a lot in the future, and it's the scarcity that really matters.
So the picture itself doesn't mean anything.
Well, kind of. I mean, it is that picture, but you don't own the rights to it. I could make.
No, it doesn't.
No, but I think he's saying that some people genuinely place a high value on that picture and having the unique rights to it. Like, you're the guy that owns that picture. Yeah. Other people have copies, reprints of it, but that's not the same thing. You have digital ownership. It is yours, and you're the real core guy behind it. And me, I'm just a knockoff poster of your painting. But Woody, can't see the value in having the real ownership of it. Well, other than I'm hoping that someone else can.
Well, you can also look at it like this, right? So cryptocurrency is just going to become bigger and bigger. I was on your podcast 3 years ago. I'm sure we could go back and get some Doug quotes. Everything I said back then, let's see how that fared out today. I'm pretty sure it went pretty well. Cryptocurrency will continue to get bigger. We print more and more dollars. In fact, we're printing epic amounts of money. Your US dollars get wrecked all the time. Their value is constantly shrinking. Cryptocurrency values will only continue to increase, especially the good projects, because the money is controlled by numbers and algorithms and not some dude or some government entity that doesn't give two shits what happens to your money. We have actual law and code and math and algorithms. That's defining your money supply, not some guy or some group of guys and women. Let's be gender. Let's include both genders here. So
seriously, you think there's any girls involved in this?
Men.
Yeah.
All right.
We were talking truth until now.
Anyway, would you rather have algorithms control your money or people? And clearly, I'd rather have math where I know the rules. There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. So I know if demand increases for Bitcoin over forever, Bitcoin price will go up. And so, meanwhile, US dollars, way more will be printed every year. So with that in mind, thinking now that there's $1.8 trillion in cryptocurrency in terms of total market cap, okay, well, if these people think that these things are really cool and they really represent something of real value, these are one of the first NFTs ever. This is something extremely important. When you have one of these, it means something. There's only going to be 10,000 of these ever, and they mean something. Well, then it's possible that in 25 years, it's hard to even find one you could possibly buy because they're so important to people. Obviously, they're going to have a number at which they would sell, but that's the idea, that the importance and the significance to the people that are in this community that will continue to grow, that importance will only grow with it. I think that's the main core takeaway.
Okay. I understand it with crypto. Yeah. It's just the NFT thing. It's like, okay, so there's just a placeholder image, and it's still just banking that someone out there in the future is going to be willing to pay more than you currently are because it's so rare.
One more thing. You also have to understand the people buying these have insane amounts of money and don't fucking care.
Okay.
There's the amount to be made next to people who have insane amounts of money.
Totally. But these people, you might think, why don't they buy a really nice house? They already did. Why don't they buy a really nice car? They already did. Why don't they invest in stuff? They probably have the people buying these high end stuff. They probably have hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars in cryptocurrency already. So they already have those things, right? Mm-hmm. What do you do when you have an extra few hundred million that you just don't know what to do? Oh, I want to buy something that really represents who I am. Something like that. I mean, it's a small market, obviously, but these people exist.
Could I own an image of someone else? Like a real person's face.
I want that one of Kyle he doesn't like.
Fair. And the value just went up. You could put that on the blockchain for sure.
Now, I'll just pop over, put it on the blockchain.
Yeah. Where is the blockchain? Is that like
you could make it your avatar?
That's good. Yeah, hopefully they don't put that Joker makeup Hank Hill picture on NFTs. I won't be able to use him as my profile picture. This is so interesting. Like, I'm not smart enough to understand all of it, or even like how it began. Like, how did one guy just like think of this and start integrating it into like a real financial world where now it's tens, hundreds of millions of dollars? It's just it's mind boggling.
It's art.
Harley laid it out for us a few years ago. I was sorry to cut you off. And it was like profoundly impactful for me. He's going over what like money is from the beginning of time, right? In the very beginning, what do you want? You want food and tools. And then they say, no, you don't want that anymore. Now you want like rocks with shit carved on them. And that's our currency. And they say, no, you don't want that anymore. Now, what you wish you had were coins stamped in a particular way. And it's like, all right, coins, all right, I kind of get it. Like, no. Now what you want is paper. You want these pieces of paper, and then there's some weight of, we'll say gold, in the back room there that paper represents. And you're like, all right, I kind of get it. Okay, that's what money is now. Okay, now it's just paper. There's really no coins in the background, but it's literally just this piece of paper. This is your God. This is what you value. And we all say, oh, all right, I get it, right? We want these pieces of paper with the special printing on it. Bigger number, better. Cool. And then they say, no, what you want
are strings of numbers and letters that represent the answer to a math problem. And you're like, okay, all right, now they're in the crypto world, I guess. This is what I'm working for. Strings of numbers that represent the answer to a math problem. And cool. Now we've gone another layer. What you want is ownership of a silly picture. That is what we're working for. That is the new currency that people are striving at. And you're like, all right, I'm still stuck on the pieces of paper backed by nothing. I'm old, but it doesn't seem dumber than the others, I guess.
That's actually a really great way of putting the history of money. I think that when someone wants to know how does money work, they should listen to that a minute and a half clip, because that's kind of basically just true. That's what happened. That's the progress.
PK highlights make it happen.
Nice. There you go. The small change on the Bitcoin thing, though, it's the miners have an answer to the problem, right? The actual ledger it's a little bit different, but basically, more or less, you're right. These things have value because we attach it to them. And the reason that Bitcoin has value, and it's funny because I've just been in Bitcoin for so many years now. I've been talking about Bitcoin for I think 8 years, and I've had these same stances for so long that I guess it just feels natural to me at this point to have them again. But basically, it just makes so much more sense for it to be backed by algorithms and not people, and not have your money be inflationary. Now, as a currency, Bitcoin is actually failing. People would argue this. I think as a store of value, it's succeeding tremendously and will continue to.
Isn't there some legislation in the works right now that's gonna make things more difficult for crypto?
Yeah, there's a bill that passed the Senate, and I think there's some reason it needs to go to the House as well. Normally, I think it goes House and the Senate. I'm not sure why it's going that direction this time. Maybe I should have looked at that too. But the point is, they had a really vague definition of who needs to report certain things in cryptocurrency, and they use the word broker, and they use broker kind of in a traditional finance system kind of way, but it doesn't super exist in cryptocurrency, so it becomes very vague, and you could technically argue tons of people are brokers, and so it might apply to lots of people that randomly that shouldn't. And I gotta say, I don't often have Ted Cruz's back on something, but Ted Cruz had an amazing clip where he basically stands up in front of the Senate and says, guys, there's 100 of us in here. There are maybe 5 of us that could even tell you what this is. Maybe we shouldn't make laws on this until we've actually learned about it.
It's never stopped us before, and it's not going to stop us now.
But it didn't happen because a senator from Alabama wanted more money in an infrastructure bill. And he said, I either get my 50 billion or fuck your shit. I'm not changing anything in this bill. And then they wouldn't give him the 50 billion. So he took his ball and he went home, and they went with that language.
What an asshole that Alabama
politics for you.
What's Alabama going to do with $50 billion anyway?
I mean, put it all into the red.
I'm sure they're going to invest in improving their school system.
I'm sure. I just a hunch, but I bet defense spending tends to go towards Alabama. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just shot in the dark.
Could be Huntsville.
Yeah.
I haven't been there lately. Been about 2 years.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years since anywhere.
Yeah.
49 days.